Put it down! Walk back.
Okay, I'm assaulted.
I don't care. Lay down! You better get the fucking ground.
Michigan Walmart attack unarmed heroes, the knife men. What happens when evil walks into a Walmart on a quiet Saturday afternoon? For many people in Garfield Township, Michigan, a normal shopping trip on July 26, 2025, turned into a fight for their lives. A man with a knife started walking down the aisles, attacking shoppers for no reason. But this isn't just a story about an attack. This is the part of the story the news might not tell you about how a few normal people, one with a shopping cart and another with a gun, ran toward the danger to help. This is the story of their courage and a town that wouldn't back down. Subscribe to my channel for more breaking news and real stories. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Section 1. An ordinary day, a sudden terror. It was a little after 4:10 p.m. in Garfield Township, a town near the tourist city of Traverse City, a place known more for its beauty than for violence. Inside the local Walmart, it was a normal day. Families were shopping, workers were stocking shelves, and checkout lines were busy. Among the shoppers was 42-year-old Bradford James Gill. For over 30 minutes, he walked through the store, giving no sign of what he was about to do. Then, at 4:43 p.m., the normal day ended. Near the checkout lines, Gill pulled out a folding knife and began his attack. There was no warning and no fight, just a sudden and random attack. Screams filled the store as people panicked. The victims were men and women, from 29 to 84 years old, and included a Walmart employee. In the end, he stabbed 11 people. As Gill walked toward the exit, leaving injured people behind him, most people would run and hide. But in that moment of fear, a few people did something different. They ran towards the danger. Section 2. The man with the shopping cart. Before police could get there, the first person to fight back was a former Marine on a shopping trip with his daughter. Matthew Kolakowski was near the checkout when he heard an employee yell, "He's got a knife!" Kolakowski knew what he had to do. He told his daughter to stay where she was, grabbed the closest thing he could find, a shopping cart, and ran after the attacker. He didn't have a weapon, he just had a shopping cart. As Gill ran into the parking lot, Kolakowski chased him, pushing the cart hard into him to try and knock him over. He later said he didn't even have to think about it. He wasn't the only one. Another man reportedly grabbed a second shopping cart to help. They used everyday items to make a barrier against a deadly weapon. They were unarmed and in danger, but they didn't give up. They were buying time for everyone else. But the attacker was still armed, and the danger wasn't over yet. Section 3. An armed Good Samaritan. As Kolakowski and others chased Gill into the parking lot, the attacker was cornered, but still very dangerous. Witnesses heard the group yelling at him to drop the knife, but Gill just yelled back, "I don't care, I don't care." That's when another man, a Marine Corps veteran named Derek Perry, stepped in. As Gill moved between cars, Perry, who had a license to carry a gun, pulled it out. A cell phone video caught what happened next. Perry calmly aimed his gun at the man and ordered him to drop the knife. Having a trained person with a gun there changed everything. Perry didn't fire a single shot. His self-control and the clear threat of his gun stopped the attacker from moving, giving Matthew Kolakowski and others the chance to tackle the man and hold him on the ground. Just 3 minutes after the first 911 call, a sheriff's deputy arrived. He found Bradford Gill already held on the ground by a group of people, with Derek Perry standing guard. CTA, call to action. The amazing courage shown in that parking lot by both the man with a shopping cart and the veteran with a gun is a great example of human bravery. If you think stories like this need to be told, make sure to subscribe and click the bell. That way, you won't miss our next video about courage and justice. Subscribe to my channel for more breaking news and real stories. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Section 4. The aftermath and worrying questions. After the attack, the town was in shock. The 11 injured people were rushed to the hospital. At first, Some were in critical or serious condition, but thanks to the fast help they got and the great work of the doctors and nurses, some amazing news followed. All 11 were expected to survive. Once the danger passed, people wanted to know about the attacker. Who was Bradford Gill and why did he do this? The investigation, helped by the FBI, soon found he had a long history of problems. Gill had a known history of mental illness and had been sent to a mental hospital before. He also had a criminal record for assault and illegal drug use. His own brother said their family had tried for years to get him help, and that this terrible attack could have been prevented. During his first court appearance, where a not guilty plea was entered for him, he was angry and would not cooperate, telling the judge, "I don't want to talk to you." This led the lead lawyer against him, Noel Mogenberg, to make a bold choice. She charged Gill not only with trying to murder 11 people, but also with terrorism. She argued that because the attack was so random and public, it was meant to scare the entire community and change the way people live. Conclusion: Heroes among us. This Walmart attack is a story about many things: a mental health crisis, legal questions, and shocking violence. But most of all, it's a story about what happens when everyday people face true evil. It's about Matthew Kolakowski, who turned a shopping cart into a shield. It's about Derek Perry, whose training and calm allowed him to stop the attack without firing a single shot. Sheriff Michael Shee praised the shoppers for their amazing actions, saying they without a doubt saved more people from being hurt. What they did shows us something powerful and hopeful, that even in the darkest times, there will always be people who run towards danger to protect others. On that day in Michigan, they weren't just watching from the sidelines. They were heroes.